Hello everyone, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're seeing this video. So let's start today's session. Let me share my screen first. I think there is nothing suspicious to show. Hopefully my screen is visible. Just gives me a thumbs up if my screen is visible, right? All right then. So let's delete every chart. All right. So let's see what is happening in Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Then we can approach the time frame, which is quite lesser than on the daily time frame. You can see the market is quite weak. After this much of buying, market made a double top and starts going in selling. So this is exactly the area. Might be market can just take support from here and it will fall after that. But for us, what we can try is we can try we can find any setup which is in sell. Though as you can see, this still have 10 hours and 30 minutes to close the candle. But as you can but one more thing that I can see is that this candle is taking support from here, and the previous candle also took support from here. That means the buyers are present over here and they can push the market for a pullback. Then with a solid pullback, market can try to test this support zone again, and if this support zone fails, then market can easily fall. On the other hand, if the support is strong enough that can hold the market from selling, then we can see another rise in the up direction. If the support is quite heavy and if there are so many buyers at this area. All right, so let's see what is happening on the 4-hour time frame. So at 4-hour time frame, you can see that after this double top, market is going in the selling direction, and it is a good healthy pullback. And after this pullback, market is facing another rejection. So what I can suspect is this can act uh, as a support zone. Though I'm telling about this on the daily time frame as well. This can act as a support zone. On the 4-hour time frame, you can say that yeah. So still there we can say that 1,000 points gap to fill, which market can easily fill if he wants to. So on the hourly time frame, I can see that this can be act as a nearby support zone. So and you can see that hourly time frame, this both the candles for the past 2 hours is quite good enough, but at the same time this is still have 28 minutes to close. This is exactly the candle which is uh, which is hunting the stop loss of all the buyers who jumped in after seeing this big green candle and this the follow up green candle. And so many buyers have jumped in, and after market suddenly made a reverse. This is Uno reverse, and these buyers must be panicking out in protecting their stop loss, or their stop loss is going to hunt for sure. So this is how daily time frame candles looks like, and this is what 15 minutes candle look like. So after this much of buying, market suddenly went uh, in the selling side. So what we can try is the market has already slept away. We can punch the trade over here in the selling direction and at least enjoy till here. So guys, this is the nearby buying zone. The next buying zone is at this area. So we'll avoid trading in the up direction because the market is quite weak on the hourly time frame as well as in the 4 hour time frame. So we have to be sure enough that all right. So this is what oh sorry. Let's this is what analysis of Bitcoin is. We will try to see and find the trade in the selling side rather than going in the upside. So this is what market looks like now. Now let's jump to Solana. Sorry, gold. Let's see what is happening in the gold on the daily time frame first. On the daily time frame, I can easily see that after this weeks and after this selling, markets took support from here and going in the up direction. Though I can't consider this as a good buying because market is quite weak. If you see weekly time frame as well, market is quite weak and can went can go in the selling side anytime soon. Though this is exactly the market is taking reversal from the support, and the chances that market can test this top selling point is quite high, but we can't say. Still 10 hours and 25 minutes to close the candle, daily candle. So we can't say anything much about gold because to reverse this, it needs a lot of buying. And though we can see that after this much of selling, market went in consolidation phase, and now these sellers might not be interested in putting the market in the downward direction. So who if the sellers are not interested, then ball will come to the court of buyers. So these buyers will make the opportunity to buy and try to make so this can be considered as a good reversal if market crosses this area, and this can be considered a euro u reversal, which is quite difficult to for the market to follow on. Quite suspicious buying, guys, in gold. So we have to avoid trading in gold as of now because buying is unusual buying is there, like market is quite weak and can go in the downward direction, but for some reason buying is there. 15 minutes, 5 minutes. At 5 minutes you can see that market is climbing up the ladder. Just a second, guys. मैं बारिश की बोली समझता नहीं था. Guys, for me, it's quite difficult to make analysis in the gold as of now. Though this 1 hour time frame candle has closed quite good, but at the same time, this another 1 hour candle is struggling and making a dozy candle. That means it's confused. It has to go in the up direction or in the downward direction. So in the confusing market, we can avoid trading, and that's what my instinct also saying. That see, as you can see there, this 15-minute time frame candle can also suggest me to not to trade, cause this can act as a selling area, and once the selling area is passed by these buyers, then only we can think about buying. Otherwise, we have to avoid the buying. So this is the overall analysis of gold. So we have to avoid the trading in gold. What is the analysis in silver? Sorry, in in Bitcoin is that we have to avoid the trade in the buying side, cause market has already trapped these buyers, and now market has the ability to go in the downward direction and can touch this buying zone again. This big one. So these buyers might get trapped and they have stop losses at this area. So if this candle closes in the downward direction with prominent status, or we can say with the utmost strength in the downward direction with a full body candle, then we can jump and try to make a quick scalping in the downward direction. Otherwise, we will avoid the trade in the downward direction as well. So this is my analysis as far as I can understand. Though we have to trade over here, that can be a good trade, and we should have traded like 200, 300 points easily. But we have to see that how market evolves and performs. Yeah. So on the daily time frame, as I can see that market is at its buying area right now, and after this much of selling in the downward direction, market took a pause for the 2 days, like this is weekend, and according to the price action, market should have crossed this buying zone, and because this is great signal of selling. On the weekly time frame, you can see that market is quite weak in and can have a selling in the downward direction, but as of daily time frame, you can see that market is taking a support from this trend line, this sorry, is down trend line, and can go in the up direction, but the probability of going in up direction is quite less, uh, though this can be considered as a good pullback, and market can make pullback till here, then try to touch this uh, trend line again and try to test this trend line again, and can break this trend line as well. So the chances of going in the downward direction is quite high. 1 second, let me just delete. Okay, so I think delete this. Try to create another trend line. Go to this 4 hour time frame. Yep, I think. Okay, so at the 4 hour time frame, what you can see is, let me see in the trading view itself. So this is XAGUSD. So we can just see here what is happening on the daily time frame first. Yeah, I can see that on daily time frame, market is quite weak, guys. So as you can see that market is quite weak, but at the same time, market is at buying zone. So on the daily time frame, for the couple of days, market is going in the up direction, then uh, testing this upper trend, upper selling area, then went in the downward direction. Though this this is the area where buyers are interested in buying, and as of now, as you can see that this can also be considered as a good buying area. This one, so this can be considered as a good buying area. So let me just draw it with a good green color, and that's why it is quite difficult market to fall for the market to fall, though these big red candles are justification that buyers or sellers are interested in putting the pressure in the downward direction. but at the same time, these buyers are still present there, and they will protect their area. So it's not easy for these sellers to, though they are heavy, they have the strength more than the buyers, and the momentum is also in the downward direction. The force in the downward direction, but these small buyers may protect their capital and may protect this area. So we have to see how this pullback can be seen, and we can also try to make a scalp in this pullback in the long direction. Though after seeing this much of fall with the 4 hour time frame, it's quite unusual to buy. Well, let's see what price action will uh, show us. बारिश की बोली समझता नहीं था, हवा सयों में उलझता नहीं था, हवा। क्या हाल हो गया है मेरा. So right now the market is in this range. The gold is in this range, this channel. This is the area where buyers are interested to protect their capital, and this is the area where sellers are interested to push the market in downward direction. So we should avoid trading on the both sides, and let's see what price action wants to show us. 4 hour on the daily time frame, you can see that Bitcoin is at its buying zone. Though after, if Bitcoin crosses this buying zone, then it's very easy that market can fall. Nobody can stop the market to fall. Ah. Gold is showing good sign of buying with a 1 hour time frame as well. So let's see if gold can cross this selling zone. Then we are interested in punching the buying trade in gold. आँखों का See, it's again facing a rejection from this selling zone, and that is quite okay. I'm interested in that how it will close, how the candle is going to close. Silver is all already showing a good sign of buying. Meanwhile, gold is also bullish, which is quite good. That's 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 good, guys. So I'll try to punch the trade in the gold. So it's going to close in 5 minutes. 1 hour time frame candle is going to close in 5 minutes. That's quite good. So we will wait 5 more minutes to see how this is going to. Let's just wait 5 more minutes. That's it. Good one. So it is taking a good pullback. Guys, I have a spectacle. I have a goggles. Crazy. Like it's good only. Like there is a healthy pullback needed, and pullback is coming, which is quite good, and that will give us a healthy entry in the up direction. So this is quite a formation of a setup. Why I am considering this as a setup? Because market is trending in up direction. That's for sure. That already wiped out 50% probability that we have here. We have to trade. So now it is quite clear that we have to trade in the up direction. Now we have to see that this is the selling area where market is quite struggling and not able to move in the up direction. So this is where the sellers are interested to put the market in down as well. But as of this uptrend move, these there are buyers present who don't want these sellers to push the market in a downward direction. So what they are doing, they are preventing their positions in the up direction. So this is where the market fall, but at the same time this green candle shattered the hope of all the sellers who jumped in after seeing this big red candle. So this is where market has the opportunity to go in the up direction, because this green candle already took the stop loss of all these recent sellers who thought that they will take all the stop losses of all these buyers, but the buyers are quite in number, and you can see that the strength of the green candle is quite stronger than the red candle. So after the formation of this candle, market made another movement candle in the which invited all the buyers to come in. And as soon as the buyers comes in, this red candle is wiping out the stop losses for all the buyers who just came by seeing this candle. This is the game of the market. So what this candle is doing, this candle is wiping out and wiping out the stop losses and wiping out the weak buyers who punched their trades in the downward or in the up direction. So this is the formation of the red candle, and this is where it is where it is uh, hunting the stop loss of all the buyers who just came in. So we will that's why we waited a little bit to see where the, and now we can see that 1 hour time frame candle has closed in the it is a dozy candle, guys. So can't trust on this candle, though the previous 1 hour candle is quite heavy and quite good, but this is not a good candle, to be honest, to think to punch the trade in the up direction. So why this formation of this candle is happening? Because this is the recent selling zone as well. At 1 hour time frame, you can see that if you extend this, so this is the area where the sellers are quite good in number that can take the market in the downward direction. But at the same time, we have to see that is it the really the what is happening at 4 hour time frame. You can see that market is quite trying to make a U-turn from here, because this is a good buying support from like quite some time, and from here the market went in the buying side, which is quite good. So market is trying to do the same thing over here, because this is the phase where market went in consolidation phase, which is quite stronger, and it has all the ability to for the market, and given all the chances for the market to go in the downward direction. But it didn't went, it tried to went in the downward direction, but there is a spike from the downward. That means their presence of seller buyers are there, and they don't want market to continue in the higher high. So what we can do is we can find the opportunity in the up direction only. But so this already gave us a good setup. Now we have to find the signal of buying. At the same time, Bitcoin is also giving a signal of buying, because market is already at its buying zone. But at the same time, this big red candle has already wiped out all the sellers out there, and it just need one more red candle to shatter the hope of all these buyers who just accumulated over the period of time to prevent this zone. That's what we can do. Okay. Oh, it's already 34 minutes and we haven't took any trade. That's a good patience level, guys. Ah. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So, mm-hmm. Vijay Talapati. Talapati. So let's see if it cross. If this see, this is quite a good sign that market wants to go in the downward direction. There is no point in going in the up direction. That's clearly an indication that this U-turn is not going to happen, because market already is quite weak enough, and this is where like from the more like less than 50% market turn in the downward direction. That means that sellers don't want market to go in the up direction, and they will try to push the market in the downward direction. That is quite visible to me as well. But I'm quite interested to how this is gonna cross this, because this has to cross in order to go market from here to here. So there is 500 point gap that can be filled by Bitcoin, and this can be considered as a full false breakout, guys. So market tried to go in the up direction, and as of sudden this is a good reversal. So we can just see that from here, that is 4578 to 4568, there is a 10 points move in the downward direction. So what is happening in silver as well? Oh, crazy. Silver is, this can be considered as a pullback, guys, in silver. These buyers are already wiped out with this sellers. Now what left is these buyers who might not want this to continue in the downward direction, so they can try to make a push in the up direction. That's my theory in practical is, but anything can happen. So this is like first time market prevent here. Second, this is the third attempt that market can try to prevent the zone. Okay, so I think this is a zone breakout, and it's a good signal to punch the trade in the downward direction. But I will Wait, let's see. That's exactly what I'm waiting. So there might be a rejection from here. I just have to wait and need a confirmation over here. So it's still 3 minutes and 40 seconds to close the candle. Because this candle had already invited too many sellers to go in the downward direction. They might have stop losses at this area, and market is also already a bullish market, at least in gold. But at the same time, market has at this area, which is quite a buying zone, sorry, selling zone. So it's quite interesting market to. So there's a fight going between buyers and sellers. Buyers want the market to go in their direction, and the sellers at this area want to push the market in downward direction. So let's see who will win. We have to choose the side very carefully. What Bitcoin is trying to do? Bitcoin is taking support from this area. So Bitcoin is basically weak throughout the early time frame, and it tried to made a attempt in the up direction, but so Bitcoin has good opportunity to fall, and we have to see that how this Bitcoin is going to fall. I can try to punch the trade in the up direction, but I'm quite unsure that how does it gonna feel. Mm, let me give some more time to. Yep, that's a good one. One second. What is that? On the other hand, what silver is doing is quite crazy. Silver is extremely good at falling, guys. So what we can do is we can try our hands in silver as well. So let's try to cause I can okay at 15 minutes it is not showing any sign of falling, but at 5 minutes it's clearly showing a sign of falling. Neither at 1 hour, so we have to avoid the trade in the selling side. Just a quite a good sign to punch the trade in the buying side, guys. What we can do is we can slowly add. Let's see how this candle is going to close because I want to add little amount in the buying direction. I punched the trade in the buying direction, guys, with 5 lot. It has to execute. Yep. So my stop loss would be at this area. It's $17 stop loss. Nothing. Let's put the stop loss over here. What the hell is this? So it's $23 stop loss. And for now, let's keep the target open. I think I have punched the wrong trade. I should have waited for the candle to close. I have added 5 more quantity. So same stop loss, guys. Yep. This is my stop loss. Target is still open. Okay. The logic behind this trade is to because this is at the buying zone and market is already showing some sign to go in the direction. Just this a pullback and a good setup to enter. That's why I entered with less quantity. Once I get confirmation, I will enter with the full quantity. The full quantity is $20, but right now I entered with 10 lots. Just seen a rejection from top. This is not a good signal to stay in buying side. Don't worry that stop loss is very minimal, guys. $30 only, 30. So might be my entry is quite early. 50 more seconds to close the candle. The screen zone can take a support, but on that basis, I just took the trade. And as I can see, after this much of selling, this candle face a rejection from here. That means the sellers are sorry, buyers are interested. And if this spike continues, then these new sellers will panic out and they have their stop loss at this area. So that can be a scenario, but anything can happen. One second, huh? Guys, market is brutal, guys. Whatever I'm trying to do, market is doing the opposite, and it's also going in the same direction where I want to do, but it not at the time where I want, but it is going in the second attempt, not the first attempt. By this made back and hunted my stop loss. Now it is going in downward direction. Same goes with Bitcoin as well. All right, guys, let's close today's session because if I do trading more, then it can be counted in over trading, and I already missed my four chances. So